This is a tutorial on how to make a hide and reveal game using PowerPoint 2016. So the first thing you want to do is open your PowerPoint and choose a blank presentation. Next, once you have it open, you'll see you have all this in the middle. We want to get rid of that, and we simply do that by going to Layout and selecting Blank. So now that we have that, we want to create our background that's going to be revealed once the squares have been clicked on. So we're going to go to Design, and we're going to go to Format Background. We're going to select Picture or Text Fill. Now in this case we want to select a picture, so we go down to File. We're going to find a picture that we want to put in here. I'm going to my desktop. I have several there, and I'm going to do this one and click Insert. Okay, well, you notice this is a picture, square. It doesn't fill the whole canvas, but that's okay. We're going to make our squares accordingly. So the next thing we want to do, we have our background to hide and reveal. So now we're going to go to Home, go to Shapes, and we're going to select our first square. And we're going to go like this, okay? And there's our first square. Now what we want to do before we put any more squares in, we want to put our animation and then our trigger. First of all, let's click on the square, click Animation. You need to do a drop down to make sure you're choosing an exiting animation. So I'm going to select Wipe, and it'll preview what it looks like. I don't like that. I'll keep that one. There's lots of choices. Next, I'm going to go up to Trigger on the same animation ribbon. Now what Trigger does, it allows you to select any square, any sequence, and it will animate. So we're going to go here, and since we only have one square, we only have one choice, and I'm going to click it. You'll see here that we have a Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt shows that this has a trigger with an animation. Now to make things quicker, we're going to Control C and then Control V, and we're going to copy and paste that exact same one. Control V again, and you'll notice that every one of these squares now have a Thunderbolt because we just copied the format of that first square. We're going to continue going across, and we'll go back. We'll fill the whole top row, and we have it right here. And we have it. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to lasso all these, and we're going to bring that back just a little bit. Okay. And we're going to lasso all of these and select them like that. Or I could have done Control A for select all, and we have that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Home, and I'm going to Arrange, and then I'm going to go down to Align Top. So now these are perfectly aligned. Notice they're all selected, and I have them. Now I'm going to go Control C and Control V. I have a whole nother row of this exact same thing. Control V, same row, and there they are. Control V, and I've got this last row. Now you'll notice that I don't quite have all the correct height. So I got a couple of options to do. I can move this down and move these up just a little bit. Select the next row, and I'm using my Shift and click. Okay, and I can move those down just a little bit. And then what I want to do is line them up. And then I'm going to do same thing. I'm going to select all these. And bring it down just a little bit. And bring that over. So you notice that mine isn't exactly lined up. That will be a problem for me because I like things to be perfectly lined up. So I'm going to go back over and just fix those so they are in the right line. And once I do that, this doesn't bother some people. You could, but it will bother me to a point where I will have to fix it. And you want to make sure you have all the picture in the background covered. You don't want anything left showing. And we'll do this one. And this tends to happen lots when you end up moving everything at once. Okay, so now I have my squares in order. And put that there. And I have all my squares in order. And I'm not liking that too much. And now I have it. Okay. Everybody has a different level of pickiness. And there's mine. Okay. So we have them all there. So now we have our hide and reveal game ready to go. Just with the squares and the animation. So let's check it out. So now I have them. And I can click on any square because that is what the trigger does for you. Hit escape and exit out of here. Now, the other thing we can do is we can put numbers, letters, whatever kind of information, questions. Now you notice these are kind of small squares. You can do bigger. So, but I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click in it. And first of all, I'm going to do Control A. Because in all these, I'm going to go to Home, I'm going to set the font size. I'm going to do 44. And I'm going to do the font color. And I'll make them white. Okay, so now, I'll click on the first one. And let's say I wanted 2 plus 2. And like I can do 5 times 6. So you get the idea. And so when you play the game with your students, you can go in here and ask students to pick a square. And if they go 5 times 6, and then you get the right answer, you click on it and you reveal the picture in the background. Now, different ideas for pictures. You can do a rebus, which is a word puzzle. You can do symbols and things that go with the subject. Let your imagination go wherever you want. So this is how you make a hide and reveal in 2016. It's not a whole lot from 2007, but it works really well. On the next one, I'll show you how to do this with different ideas.